here for round 3 of the league. Currently 2-0. Looked like my hand was land heavy. Got a little overzealous there. Clicked too fast. So another green-black opponent. And looks like energy is the most popular one. Happily going to Harness Lightning down this Dark Confidant wannabe. And we've drawn all of our Saheelis. So not very good, especially after a mulligan. But we still get to get our Scry on, hopefully fix our draw. And what I'm basically looking for is something like Rogue Refiner. Or like even Oath of Nissa. Like Oath into Guardian, and then like we actually have enough resources to work with. Servant would have been kind of nice because maybe we could Deep Fiend at some point, but they pushed that. Now Saheeli's going to get attacked and is likely going to die this turn. So Guardian on top. And then I think that's our hope, is just trying to combo them. Because we don't really have the resources to play a fair game. We can't really interact with what they're doing. So this is one of the games where it's like, well, if they're willing to blow a push on a Servant, they probably have another removal spell. But you never know. Post-combat Rishkar, which I actually kind of like. Because they didn't really need the help to kill the Saheeli. And if they attack Saheeli with 2 things and I kill one of them, then they get to Rishkar on Rishkar and the creature I did not kill. So I think that was a good play on their part. I just blink the hub, gaining extra energy because we don't have anything else to do really. We're at 6 energy, so if we draw Marvel, that's live. And they're going to Gear Hulk us. And it just doesn't really matter because we just comboed them out. So we mulligan once, we had 2 pseudo dead cards, and still pretty good. So all that aggressive scrying, I think, was pretty good because it's kind of easy in that spot to be like, oh, I don't have like a 4th land. Maybe I want to keep my 4th land on top. But I think it's more important to dig for the things that actually matter instead of things that, like, you know, make your draw seem good. Make it seem like you're developing your board and everything. It was like, no, I don't really need land. I need specific pieces. So Lumbering falls on 1. Not the greatest. But we don't really have anything else to do on turn 2 anyway, except for Harness Lightning, which maybe we have to do. I don't know. They transgress us and take our Guardian, which is like, okay, leave me with the Marvel. That's fine. I will assemble the combo at some point, or just kill you with this Deep Fiend. So, attune for a Forest so I can play my 2 single green spells. And then I pick up a 4th land so that I can actually get the Aetherworks Marvel. So, a little bit awkward if I have to Lightning this turn because I can't play that Sanctum. But it's okay. So, attune for Plains. Then I have Marvel on turn 4 no matter what. I end up not needing this Sanctum. And I do want to kill this Rishkar because it's his only source of pressure and allows him to play something like Verdur's Gear Hulk. So we're just going to jam Marvel, 4 energy left. We're loading up on Deep Fiends, which is not great. Not only because we don't have creatures to emerge and, you know, interact with this thing, but also because it means they're not in our deck for Marvel. So our Marvel hits, like, the density is pretty low. Now I'm in a similar spot where I don't know if I need this Harness Lightning for energy or to kill a threat, but I'm leaning towards energy, I think. So yeah, just take the energy, let the cup resolve. Marvel it up. Whirler into 3 energy and a creature to sacrifice to Deep Fiend. But he grasps with the trigger on the stack, which is important because if I was able to resolve this trigger, I probably could have made a Thopter and then just start emerging this. But, oh well. So now we're at 5 energy. Marvel not really doing anything. A couple D-Fiends that aren't really doing anything. They're playing a Gear Hulk, and I believe I want to chump with Lumbering Falls here. Like, Servant of the Conduit is the only thing I could draw that would allow me to emerge Deep Fiend anyway, so losing out on the second blue source isn't a big deal. Possible I should have blocked the Cup here because it's an extra damage if they want to use their energy, but I think I'm okay with that. So, end step, spin the wheel. We could Brawl's Expertise, buys us some time, but it puts us down to 0 energy and we have nothing to cast off it, so I think it's better to just Oath of Nissa and take a peek. We also get another energy off this from the Legend rule, so that's good. Pick up a copy of Rogue Refiner, and you can see how easy it is to basically just chain off a bunch here. So, third Deep Fiend, not great. Not great. That is all of them. So, our opponent has no decisions. They just turn all their things sideways. We are at 12, so we have to block. This puts us to 1, and then keeps the Servant around to start emerging. But we also have a Marvel Spin, so let's do that. And now I'm in a spot where I don't feel like I want to just, like, Deep Fiend, like, Fog you, Deep Fiend, Fog you. I think I just want to pick up all of his stuff, and even though I don't have energy or a thing to cast off the Expertise, I think that's okay. I get to tap them out during their upkeep, and we draw Oath of Nissa, which is arguably the best draw, because not only does it just give us an energy, but gets us closer to something real. So pick up Felidar Guardian. If we Guardian the Oath of Nissa into an untapped land, we could Deep Fiend off the Guardian. But I'm not really interested in that. I don't really want to take a risk at this point. So, Deep Fiends. Yeah, tap them out of green instead of black. I think that's reasonable because all their turn is going to be replaying threats. I don't think it's very likely that they have any interaction at this point. And again, we just kind of like backdoor into the combo. We would have gotten there eventually, I think. But, yeah, sometimes it just shows up like that, where it's like, hey, look, you're dead. So, pretty sweet deck, pretty sweet games. I kind of like how I'm just treading water in a lot of these games, and then suddenly they just die. So, it's a lot of fun.